For years, I was guilty of thinking that a title at my job or my job was my legacy. My goal was to get promoted. My goal was to move up in the ranks. My goal was to make more money because I didn't realize, or even at the time, it wasn't really possible for me to create a legacy out of my own business. I didn't really have those opportunities when I first started working. And so I was conditioned. And guys, if you need a plan to leave your job, you need to be there Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night, bit.ly/ quitfast23. Make sure you're in the building so I can show you how to quit your job and stay gone from your job. Because there are a lot of entrepreneurs that left work and they're going back. And they're going back because they listen to people telling them, oh, you sick of your job, just take the leap. No, even the Bible says faith without works. You got to do the work to leave your job. So your job is absolutely, positively not your legacy. You're your legacy. Your gifts are your legacy. Your gifts from God, your talents, that's your legacy. A job is not your legacy. And as long as you treat it like it's your legacy, you're going to get your feelings hurt. You just are, because you can put as much blood, sweat, and tears as you want into a job, and it's never going to pay you like being your own founder, being your own entrepreneur, being your own boss. It's never going to pay you like that, ever. So let's talk about 5 reasons why your job is not your legacy. Number 1, you cannot leave your job to your family. Does everybody agree with that? You can't, when you leave here, that job is over. You can't say, I'm going to get one of my kids to come in and work the job. You cannot. You absolutely positively cannot. It doesn't work like that. And if you're not careful, a job is not even going to pay you enough to build generational wealth. We're getting ready to this year, September 27th, celebrate I think it's our 8th annual Black Women Equal Pay Day. And Black Women Equal Pay Day is that day each year where we catch up with how much our Caucasian male counterparts made the year before. Let me break this all the way down to you. Caucasian males make so much more than African American women for the same job that it takes us all year, plus up until August or September of the next year to catch up. Wonder why we don't have vacation homes. You wonder why we struggle to send our kids to college. You wonder why we don't have this and we don't have that, because the pay scale is not the same. And they lied about how we spend our money, because everybody spends money recklessly. Everybody eats out. Everybody buys cars. Everybody gets their hair done. Everybody gets their nails done. But when it comes to us, because we don't have the extra discretionary income, good morning, Trina, then what it starts to look like is that we're wasting money. And that's not the case. So that's number 2. Number 1 is you can't leave it to your kids. Number 2 is that you won't create generational wealth at a job. You just will not. It's not feasible. It's not possible. So you got to have a plan. You do. Number 3, your job is not the family business. It's not. You know, I look at nowadays where we have so much chance and so much opportunity to really create some things that are going to stay in our families for a long time. We were watching some show on the Food Network, and they were talking about how this Japanese restaurant had been in the family for 700 years. What do we have that's been in our family for 700 years? And the answer to that is nothing. So if we don't start to create legacy now, we're going to forever be behind in the wealth gap. We're going to forever be behind in starting every generation from scratch. Every generation should not have to start from scratch. And while we sitting up here saying we afraid to do this or we afraid to do that, or this is hard or that is hard, nothing is as hard as our ancestors went through. Nothing. I don't know if we got soft. I don't know if we got spoiled. I don't know what it is. But we got to stop saying that things are hard that don't threaten our health, that don't threaten our life, and don't threaten our well-being. Starting a business is not a threat to your well-being. Nobody's going to kick your door in and burn your house down because you started a business. Nobody's going to separate your family because you started a business. As a matter of fact, starting a business may be your best and possibly only chance to save your family. Because that's number 4. You can't hire your kids at a job. You can't. As much as you may want to, when you're working for somebody else, you don't control who works there and who doesn't. So our best bet is saving our families. Our best bet is saving our kids. Our best bet is creating generational wealth and even saving ourselves is to build a business. And number 5 is you will not get rich at a job. We're talking about today why your job is not your legacy and you need to stop treating it like it is. We let these jobs make it on so many levels. We let these jobs just do what they're going to do to us on so many levels. And we're not even making a play at breaking. And that doesn't make sense because you do not have to go to that job every day. But what you do have to do is get a plan. What you do have to do is get some help. What you do have to do is turn your gifts and talents and skills into revenue. You can't just leave. Oh, I'm sick of my job. I'm going to just leave. You can't. You got to earn your way. You got to earn your job, your way away from a job. Meaning you got to come out here and be willing to do the work in order to be free. If you're not willing to do that, you can't get free. Because if you can't do it while you're working, who says you're going to do it when you're not working? You got to start building those habits now that are going to free you from your job. And you got to make it a priority. So again, Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be talking about exactly what plans you need to be able to get free and stay free. bit.ly/quitfast23. I don't know why it's not on the screen. Make sure you register at bit.ly/quit, QUIT fast 23 to build a legacy that your family can be proud of this generation and beyond. Have a great morning, guys.